Ramble.
All right.
Oh, wow, man.
That was
did it, dude.
We really had to. There was a little bit of pause there just to make sure. But yeah, we got it. All right. You got anything else to say about Ghost in the Shell? This is where, if we want to talk about, we might get a little spoilery for anyone listening.
I don't. Since it's not done, I don't want to say too much about it.
Yeah. I will say they really have a thing with literature in this one. So in Standalone Complex, it was Catcher in the Rye references, and now we're going on to freaking George Orwell. Why not? But
I like how the dude's name is the good 1%er.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, there was so much there was little things like that where it's like referential without saying it that I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
It was I don't know.
You know what, dude? Let's use this area to just kind of talk about that filler episode a little bit.
How great was
it? It is so freaking good.
Oh my god.
I was not expecting it either.
My dude goes to the bank. The bank's getting robbed by old people.
Yeah. It's an old folks home. And the bank, that's what it's turned into. It's just pretty much a retirement home. And Bato walks in and he's like, all these damn old people.
Yeah.
And then the old people try to rob the joint.
Oh my god, it's so good. And then you get those little shots where like it cuts to the Tachikomas being like, oh my god, Mr. Bato's on the news. Like,
yeah, Mr. Bato's on the news. He's in some sort of trouble.
It's so good.
And then the escort for him or whatever, her faces are so great.
Yes. I think that's Prim with the pink hair.
Yeah.
Right? She's a lot of fun. Hope we get some more of her in the second half.
She's so good. She has like these like arm strikes and poses and stuff like that. And the Tachikomas just, they make everything so much cuter.
Yes. She is. That's the thing. That's a moment I had in this show. I was like, hold up. Prim is literally just a human Tachikoma.
Yeah.
She is. She just is. Like, she's doing all this cute, goofy shit, and she's, like, watching after the Tachikomas, like, oh, you are a Tachikoma.
I want the episode with just the Tachikomas and her.
Yeah. They had, oh, man, that was a great filler
that?
episode in the older series with just the Tachikomas.
Yeah.
That's good
I
stuff.
also loved in the older series the Tachikoma, like, outros where they would preview the next episode and stuff.
Super cute.
So good.
Oh man,
I freaking love them.
Love me a Tachikoma.
Yeah,
I have to rewatch Standalone Complex. I don't think I ever finished Second Gig.
It's good
because I was watching it on
it's
TV
all good.
and I just missed a few episodes and I fell off.
Yeah,
I have to check that out.
But you know, Tachikomas are there, so that should be reason enough for you to watch it.
Hell yeah, dude, love me a Tachikoma. But yeah, I think it's fine. It's a good show. We'll see how the rest of it goes. Roger, I do have a question for you though. And
what's that?
I don't know. There may or may not even be an answer to it, but I got to know the answer. What have you been watching?
Dude, I haven't been watching very much. Okay. I mean, I watched Standalone Complex, or 2045, excuse me. I use that for most of my time. I feel like there was something that I was going through, but I don't.
We watched
I've been watching the regular show again.
You've been rewatching regular show? Okay.
I've been hooked on it, dude.
Bro, regular show is great.
Yeah, it's really good, man. It's a ton of fun. So I've been
ham-boning. Ham-boning will save your life someday. Oh God, I love that stupid show.
Dude, Dawn, give me some sugar.
Stupid.
Some birthday sugar.
Stupid.
I love that show, but that's what I've been doing aside from watching that and catching which anime that I do or whatever.
Now you did tell me there was something. Tell me about this. You said there was something saw.
We'll get to that in a minute. I want to know what you've been watching.
You want to know what I've been watching?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I might go for a minute, so sorry.
Okay, it's okay. You can remember and come back to me.
Let me tell you just about a few of my favorite things that are on that are new series that have not been canceled yet. We already talked about Kikuchi Goto a couple weeks ago. I will say Love is War Season 2. Freaking amazing. I believe it was episode 7, not the most recent, but the one before that. I have not watched the most recent episode at time of recording, but I think episode 7 was the last one before that. And Love is War Season 2, episode 7 might be the single funniest episode of any anime I've ever seen. It's so damn crazy. Roger, the whole first segment is just about underwear. And then they go from there. There's a whole thing about shoujo manga making them cry. And then like the credits hit, and I'm like, seems kind of early for the credits. I look at the time thing. Oh, we got like another 7 minutes on this. What the hell? And then it's a different show. They just do a different show at the end of it, and I'm not going to tell you nothing about it. I want you to just watch it. It's freaking great. Love is War Season 2 dropped the funniest episode of anything I've ever seen so far at episode 7. And I haven't watched episode 8 yet, so it might top it. I don't know. It's really good. Beyond that,
was it funnier than the Otis and Mandy segment on SmackDown?
I mean, if you've seen Bo Derek's 10, then yeah, that's obviously going to have some structure on you. But otherwise, yeah, I liked it a lot. You've been watching that wrestling, I see.
Yeah, a little bit.
Man, what's up? What are they really doing? Another Jeff Hardy drunk thing? Jesus. Like, yeah. I was watching the beginning. I was like, oh, we're doing this? We're doing this?
I mean, obviously, it's not a Jeff Hardy drunk thing. It's a Jeff Hardy framed thing.
It sure seems that way.
Because they really spent a whole lot of time building up like this redemption arc for Jeff Hardy.
Yeesh.
But yeah, I don't know. It doesn't. Coming from a family that's had a lot of problem with alcohol or whatever.
Yeah, dude.
I'm going to assume that it's something that Jeff said, hey, I'm okay with this.
I mean, we got to assume he was cool with it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
if it comes out and he says, hey, I wasn't really cool with it, I felt forced to do it, then that's a whole nother freaking issue.
Yeah, then we got problems. We got big problems right here in River City. But you know what? This is not Talking Smash. We can do that another time.
I don't have that wrestling podcast anymore.
Not anymore, you don't. We can bring it back. Let me tell you, otherwise, season 2's of shows, A Sentence of a Bookworm season has started back up. That show's a lot of fun. I'll tell you what I have not been watching because it just felt wrong watching it without my girlfriend is the second season of, I can't remember the name of it. You hug them and they turn into animals. Fruits Basket.
Oh, yeah.
Fruits Basket season 2 started up. I have not been watching that one. I got to get on that. But let me tell you about...
You guys been quarantining?
We have been quarantining. Let me tell you about the newer stuff that I'm absolutely in love with, starting with Sing Yesterday for me, which I mentioned earlier. This show is basically... So it's based on a manga that was written way before, like in the 90s, I think.
Okay.
And it feels like every 90s teen romance. That's what this show feels like, but anime. And it's not always supposed to be funny, but it fucking is. Like our main dude is this, he's kind of a deadbeat. You know, he's working at this damn grocery store. He's college grad, but he's not doing anything with it. It's whatever. He's got a huge crush on this girl he went to college with, who's now a teacher, but she has never gotten over her high school boyfriend who died when they were still in high school, so she's not really available. Meanwhile, that dude who died's little brother is trying to get with her real bad. And then there's this other girl who shoves up who is half a manic pixie dream girl. She has a pet crow who's in love with deadbeat dude who works at the freaking convenience store.
Okay.
Holy shit. There's a dude who shows up, no joke, with a goatee and damn fedora, and he's a photographer, and I only do landscapes. I don't take pictures of people. They're always staged. It's so fake. It's like, holy shit. It's so good. This show is, I'll say it's basically what I thought Domestic Girlfriend could have been, where it's just so melodramatic. It's so damn dumb and funny, and I love it. And it's quite serious at times, but man, it's funny. I possibly without meaning to, but it's very funny. I love Sing Yesterday for me. It has moments that are like, it's a little problematic. Homegirl that's really crushing on this dude is still in high school. You shouldn't be dating an adult, ma'am. But it's very funny. I like that one. Otherwise, we still got Wave Listen to Me, which that show is just bonkers. It is a little hard to get into at first. I will say that do not watch Wave Listen to Me and think you're supposed to like the main character, because she is a bad person. You're supposed to not like her that much.
Okay.
And that's what makes the show work. But it's a lot of fun. Basically, Homegirl, like the whole first episode is Homegirl is doing a radio show and she fights a bear. You find out how she got there because she apparently got super drunk and was just spilling her guts to this dude this random older guy in a bar or something, and he recorded it, played it on the radio, and when she heard it and ran in to demand his head on a platter, basically, he was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna do a radio show with you. Get your ass in here." And that's how it starts. The show's amazing. There's a whole episode where like they're having an exorcism at a dude's place and the ceiling starts bleeding. It's wild. This show just turns and twists, and it's amazing. I love Wave Listen to Me.
It sounds pretty great, dude.
Dude, you got to check it out.
I had to check that out.
You really got to check it out. It's so absurd. I adore the show. And I will say, from that first episode, I think the best vocal performance, in subtitles or whatever. So in Japanese, Homegirl talks like a damn Gatling gun. She is rattling it off, and it's always funny. The show's hilarious. It does go very quickly. You might have to pause every now and then, but for the most part, you can get it. Beyond that, my other favorites, let's see. There's one that I don't think
Damn, son, you have not slowed down on Love It.
I told you, man, I got a few. My last two, which I think are my most favorites. My most favorite is, I will say my most favorite is for last. My second most favorite is called Princess Connect Redive. And this is one that, looking at it, I thought, man, this looks dumb. It's going to be some fan servicey bullshit. I'm going to hate it. It is based on one of those, games where you collect different characters and they're warriors and stuff, and they fight, and they're all ladies and whatever. Here's the thing about this show. It's absolutely amazing. It is very funny. It basically... Here's the beginning of it. I showed my girlfriend this one briefly when we hung out once. So it starts with this dude laying in a field, and there's an elf girl who apparently is on a quest to find this dude. He's like some kind of, special guy that she's supposed to find. So she finds him. It's a very dramatic scene where she's walking up. Do not judge the art of this based on this scene because the grass looks real shitty. It gets better. But she's walking up this hill. She sees him over this sun-crested hill, and she's like, my lord. It's like the music swells, and she gets to him. She's like, my lord, are you there? And then it just cuts to these two goofy-ass, wall-eyed wolves who are gnawing on his unconscious body. This show's hilarious. And then from there, you get all these other characters. There's this one lady they call Peccarine, who she is the fan service. She got the big old jiggly titties. But here's the thing.
I love her already.
It doesn't... Normally, I'd hate that. It doesn't bother me because it's never in such a way that it's like, look how sexy she's being. It's like, no, she's just got big titties and they jiggle sometimes. They jiggle when they would jiggle. It's not like she's just randomly jiggling like other shows do, where they do it just to be like, you've seen the shit where someone just points and their tits go boom, 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 like that.
Yeah, it's the good stuff.
It's dumb, and it's just there to make you go, haha, titty. This one, it actually makes sense at least. And she also loves the food. The whole thing, they end up starting a guild to make food. The show's amazing. There's all these other characters that show up, some of them for only one episode. The best one ever is Rima, who is a llama girl. The show's amazing. It's very fun. It's very funny. It has some absolutely absurd moments. It's just a good time. It's up to 8 episodes. It's really fun. Check it out. Princess Connect Redive on Verve. Very good. It's on Crunchyroll. Okay. One more. It's my most favorite. I don't remember if I told you about this one or not. I've got it pulled up here to make sure I get the name right. My Next Life as a Villainess, all routes lead to doom. It's an isekai. I love the way they did this one, because rather than showing you here's this person and then they die or they fall asleep or they get sucked into a video game or whatever, it's literally just, no, you don't see any of that. You see her already in this new world, this other world, and then she falls, bumps her head, and remembers her previous life. So already, pretty cool how they got me in there. Fine. Here's the kicker. Homegirl is a spoiled little brat. She's a noble woman in this kind of fantasy world where there's magic and shit. She falls and bumps her head, remembers her life in the real world where she was like a high school girl who was really into those little kind of dating sims, the Otome games or whatever they're called. She loved them. That was her favorite. And then she apparently got hit by a car or something at age 17, died, and now she has remembered her previous life in this one. The big kicker is the last game she was playing, the one she was really obsessed with right at the end there. It's called Fortune Lover. And she realizes, wait a fucking second, she's in that world. She's in the world of that game. She is not the heroine of that show. She is not one of your optional partners in that show. She's the villain in that game, rather. She is the villain in that game. She is the bad girl who gets in your way as you're trying to romance the pretty boys. And every ending in that game involves her character, who she is now living as, either being exiled or getting straight up murdered. So now the show is, I have to quote our boy Deku, twist that fate and change it. I got to change the world. And that's what the show is. And it's absolutely the best thing the best thing this season. It's absolutely incredible.
Damn, son.
I'm gonna
best thing this season?
My personal favorite this season. I'm gonna give you a little spoiler for episode 1. There's a whole thing in episode 1 where she gets an adopted little brother, and in the game, what happens is this character, the adopted little brother, later on in the games, they start as little kids, and then you see them in the high school where the game would take place later, right? So the little brother, the adopted brother ends up being one of your romanceable dudes in the game, right? So in that game, he was constantly picked on by his sister. She is now playing as the villainess. And he ended up being like completely shut away from the world, being really depressed. And later on when he got out and in the real world, he was kind of an asshole because of that. Real playboy, real jerkwad. So she wants to make sure that doesn't happen. She's not going to pick on this kid. She's going to make sure he has the best childhood possible. She accidentally messes that up because he's got earth magic. He ends up accidentally hurting her because she's way too cool into his earth magic. And the episode ends with him in this room all by himself, huddled up. It's happening anyway, despite her best efforts to make sure he has a good childhood. He is shutting himself off from the world, and it's happening anyway. She says, fuck all that, and breaks down the goddamn door with an axe and hugs him and says, no, it's gonna be okay. And it's a beautiful scene, and it's fucking hilarious, and the show's amazing. That's all I got to say about it. You gotta watch this damn show. Pull it back up.
I need to catch up so many.
My next life as a villainess, all routes lead to doom. Again, this show is my personal favorite this season. I showed it to my girlfriend. I wish it wasn't
a freaking isekai, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you, it works though. That's why. It's like I'm not even into isekais no more. This one fucking works because it doesn't even do all that shit. It's just like she's in it. It just starts you already in it without having to do the whole I died, like, or whatever. There's another isekai this season that I watched a couple episodes of. It's like The Eighth Son. Are you kidding me? Every episode says, are you kidding me? That one started with homeboy going home, making him a nice meal with some fucking, like, some pork and miso soup or whatever, and then sitting down to eat, falling asleep, and then just waking up in this other world as this little kid. And I'm like, but what happened to the soup? I want to know what happened to the soup. It's dumb. This one, you're just already there. You skips all the isekai bullshit. You're just in it already.
Okay.
It may as well just be you're in this world, and that it works. I think I like it a lot. The show's hilarious. There's so many fun and dumb things that happen. It's freaking great. The real kicker here is that she is, again, completely inadvertently building a goddamn harem of all the dudes and also a bunch of girls. Like, it's hilarious and it's so good. I love this fucking show.
Okay.
It's really good. My next life as a villainess, for short. Yeah, that's what it's called. Check that one out. I'm done talking about what I've been watching. Those are my picks. Those are my favorites. I got to tell you, I feel like at least one of those is going to be on my best of the year list.
Okay.
It's probably that last one. But Roger, you had a thing you want to tell me about. Apparently there's something that's getting released on Blu-ray that I don't know about yet, and boy, you're excited about it.
Oh yeah, baby.
Here we go. We go.
First, let me back up a little bit.
Back up a little bit.
I've recently discovered that Sentai Filmworks has pretty regular, very excellent sales on their online shop.
You told me about one. You picked up a few things. I got one thing.
Yeah. So far what I've picked up is I got When They Cry, the total complete series on Blu-ray. All like 50-something episodes on Blu-ray.
Nice, dude.
Which means that my really expensive rare box set, wherever it is, I don't have to play those discs anymore.
Nice.
So
you can just let them appreciate and value.
So I got it. I was super stoked about it. I got Flowers of Evil, the complete collection on just DVD. They didn't have a Blu-ray of it, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I did want it. It was $4, so I was like, why not?
I'll just say mine now. I ended up picking up the special edition Blu-ray of Bloom Into You. I love that show.
I like it, dude. I like it. I picked up Made in Abyss.
You did.
The complete $15 for Made in Abyss.
Yeah.
Are you freaking kidding me?
I almost got the special edition of that one, but it was a lot more expensive. And I was like, money.
I got the complete collection of Parasite the Maxim, also another really good one, also on Netflix now. A really awesome show, and boy, do those intros freaking slap!
Gotta check that out.
And then I actually got a Big O t-shirt off of there as well.
You got a Big O t-shirt?
Yeah, man, Big O. And recently I went back, they had another sale, and this is where I found the thing that I'm gonna.
Oh, you found the
with.
thing.
I got Elfen Lied, the complete collection, which I do have on DVD, but this is like a limited edition steelbook or whatever. Had to have it. Kids on the Slope complete. I think I paid like $10 for that. Land of the Lustrous complete. I did pay $25 for that one, but
Is that the Blu-ray?
yeah, it's a Blu-ray.
Worth it.
Everything that I mentioned aside from Flowers of Evil is on Blu-ray, and I did pick up that Watamote.
You got a Watamote?
I got the Watamote for $10 on Blu-ray. I was like, oh, why not? Throw it in the car.
Gotta give me a Watamote.
But the pre-orders are up right now
Oh God.
for Domestic Girlfriend.
You fucker.
And my guy, let me ask you something.
I knew it would be.
Let me ask you something.
Hang on. Is it a special edition?
There is a special edition.
Oh God. I can't imagine what that comes with.
Did you know?
Oh no.
Did you know that we were watching an uncensored version of Domestic Girlfriend?
We were watching an uncensored version?
We're watching a censored version.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Sorry, excuse me.
Sorry, so you're getting you're getting an uncensored Blu-ray.
Excuse me. Did you know that we reviewed
A censored version.
a censored version?
You know, that doesn't shock me.
So a lot of these episodes have these 0.5 chapters
Oh boy.
added in and animated into the show.
Oh boy.
And there is a deluxe set of it, so you can get the regular Domestic Girlfriend, which is also uncensored. But there is a set that comes with different cards of all the different characters.
I was gonna guess it has a pair of panties in it or something.
It's got like a limited edition art book, a really attractive, like, nice slipcase that it goes in. Like, the aesthetic of it is really cool. And I think you could even look at it and probably say, yeah, aesthetically it looks really nice. It is borderline hentai.
Yeah. See, the Bloom Into You special edition came with a little art book and a thing that shows you how to make a nice cheesecake. So, yeah, that's what I got.
So, I think about to spend money on this borderline hentai.
Oh my God.
It really comes out to how much I want to spend. Do I want to
give me the prices?
Do I want to roll the dice?
Give me the prices.
Hold on, before I do.
Okay.
Do I want to roll the dice? Because this is a limited edition set.
I'm dying.
Do I want to wait and see if there's a sell on it and it goes down, or do I want to potentially miss the opportunity and not get it? Or do I just want to get the regular version, which is about half the price? So you can get the full Blu-ray set for about $40.
That's the regular version.
Yes.
Deluxe is
it's there's technically a sell on it. It's $84.99. It's almost $100 for this hentai set.
You gotta stop calling it that.
I mean, dude, I was flabbergasted because I had no idea, dude. I had no idea. I've stand for this show so damn hard.
God help me.
And whenever I saw somebody post about it, and I was like looking at these cards they were putting in there, and they had like little stars over the parts and stuff like that to censor them on the side. I was like, and then I read it. It said the uncensored episode. I was like, do what now?
Yeah.
So I went.
Very often the home video releases will be uncensored.
I went and looked up some scenes.
Oh no.
And there are full scenes that we didn't get.
Oh no.
Graphic booby scenes.
God, Roger. Not the suppository.
You know what? I didn't look it up and see. But you know, you get your first scene or whatever with where they go back to try it out or whatever. And then for sure later on you get the scene in the hotel room.
God.
With the fireworks. And boy, are there fireworks.
Roger, I'm dying.
Am I about to spend $84.99 on that box set?
If you do, I guess we're having a watch party.
We absolutely should.
God help me.
Are we gonna have to redo the entire review of Domestic Girlfriend?
No.
Are we gonna have to revisit it because we didn't see the complete
Roger,
thing?
no.
You might add points. I don't know.
I doubt it.
I might have to add extra points. I might have to break the 10-star scale.
How dare you? Now you've said previously you would break the scale on like if the next season of Mob Psycho was that good. You're really gonna break it for Domestic Girlfriend, my dude? Domeste no Kanjo or whatever.
Yeah.
God help me.
I had, dude. It really. I mean, overall, like what I'm trying to get is it threw me for a loop. I had no idea. No idea. I understand
that it was censored. You didn't know it was censored, yeah.
Yeah, that home video releases typically,
yeah,
you'll get things like High School DxD or whatever, where they'll put the logos over everything or whatever.
There's
or Berserk even.
If you look on like Verve, and I've only ever seen it on Verve, but there are quite a few shows on Verve that'll say here is the show and here is the home release of the show. So you can get uncensored version on some of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gonna buy that shit, dude?
Yeah, probably.
God,
I absolutely probably am buying it.
Special edition, right?
Yeah, probably.
You're a monster.
I just haven't decided. Like I'm waiting. I know I'll be able to pre-order it in time because I'm sure. I mean, as far as I know, people aren't running out there to get that limited edition, limited run of Domestic Girlfriend.
Lord
as far as I know, but.
And I guess I'll make us a nice bloom into you cheesecake with my with my special edition.
I'll let you look at my sticky cards.
I don't. You're evil. Evil and disgusting, and we aren't friends anymore. Wow.
Oh, but we are friends.
Yes, we are. It's funny how that works out.
Yeah, it is.
God almighty. Well.
Yeah. That's what I say. That's what I want to tell you, dude. And whenever I thought initially, I've been holding this in for like 3 days. I've known about it for like 3 days, so I've been waiting every day we were going to try to record to talk about this and tell you about it. Just so I could hear the sigh.
I can't even look at you right now, man. God.
Am I about to buy this hentai?
You are. You are, and you're a bad person, and that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Am I going to display it next to my 18?
It's going to be very upsetting. It's going to be very upsetting. All right. Well, I think that about does it for the show this evening. Thank you so much for listening.
Good buddies, let me know what you think. Should I go buy that? Should I buy the deluxe or should I be frugal and buy the regular? Because I mean,
you know damn well it don't matter what they say, you're going to get the deluxe.
I don't know that for sure because I'm trying to be responsible. It's just hard to be responsible. I mean, there's no way that I don't want to have it on Blu-ray. There's no denying that I did in fact love the show and think it was a pretty good show.
You know, if we get confirmation of that second stimulus check, I feel like you're for sure going to get it.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll throw some of my funny money at it, absolutely.
Good Lord.
Gotta stimulate the economy.
I'd like to I'd like to do the outro now if that's okay.
Stimulation. I think that's probably what we're gonna have to go out on. Hit the outro, buddy.
I'm just so sad,
dude. But I'm so happy that we're back in here and you're sad with me. I'm not sad, but
well, thank you so much for
happy to see you sad over there.
Thank you so much for listening, everybody. We really appreciate you tuning in, and we're sorry. So
what are we sorry for? I ain't sorry about nothing.
So the podcast, you can find us pretty much anywhere. Really appreciate it if you leave us some ratings on anywhere you can find the podcast. That's Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, I think it's called. We're on Stitcher. We're on pretty much everything except Spotify, I think. Podbean, etc. Leave us 5 stars. Thank you so much for listening. If you're listening to us on the YouTube channel, which if you're not, it's Rapid Kick Media. You can check us out there. Have a little bit of visual to go along with the show itself. Leave us a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much. Send us your questions. We love getting them. And if you don't want to just leave us a comment, there's a number of other ways you can do it. You can check us out you can send us an email to thegoodbuddiesanimepod@gmail.com. We have the Facebook group, The Good Buddies Universe on Facebook. We have the Twitter page, TGB_animepod. And of course, the dead and zombified Tumblr, thegoodbuddies.tumblr.com. As I always say, those things all have different names. You're going to make it. I believe in you. And thank you so much for listening. Man, at first it was kind of a joke that I was so down about it, but now I'm like actually just kind of, man, Damn domestic girlfriend, huh? All right.
Why are you down about it, dude?
I'm not really down about it.
Why does it bother you, dude?
It's just so goofy. It's just so,
It is what it is, man. People are allowed to like what they like.
You can like what you like, man. You're just gonna spend money on basically porn. That's fine.
I mean,
you want to have that special edition. That's cool.
I want it.
I want a special edition of Bloom Into You, which came with a cheesecake recipe. You want a special edition of Domestic Girlfriend, which comes with cheesecake. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great, dude.
Don't refer to them as your sticky cards, is all I'm saying.
My sticky cards.
Oh, no. Does that show give you the dokie dokies?
Make your pee-pee hard.
Oh, no.
I think this turned into a full ramble, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
This is
no kidding.
Not a mini ramble, buddy.
It's a full size. This is an engorged, just thick ramble. Just a real girthy ramble we got here.
Yep.
All right. Anyway, I'm so sorry.
I do want to go ahead and say, definitely for real, go check out Sentai or whatever.
Oh yeah, they got a lot of good
shop.
sales.
They like I said, they have a lot of really good sales.
And this isn't their fault. You can't blame them for it.
No, I mean they did license it or whatever. They did probably come up with the set or whatever, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows? Go check them out. I mean, a lot of people don't like Funimation, and if you don't, that's fine. For whatever reason it may be, but be sure to support the anime companies. And Sentai, they're not like the largest anime company. They're definitely nowhere near Funimation, so go support them. Like, they put a lot of sales up. I had no idea. Go check them out.
Yeah, they got a lot of good stuff. They had a good time.
Yeah, tons of good shows. They have tons of good shows available.
Yeah, man. Shout out Sentai. I don't even know where I was. So, yes, we also want to give a shout out to our good buddies, Married with Seamonsters, a.k.a. the Mary Janes, for our opening theme song, Paperdoll. They are on Spotify, and RIP that band, but you can also find that track, as well as so many other Hot Fire tracks, are only available on marriedwithseamonsters.bandcamp.com. Check them out, download some stuff. It's a lot of good things. We want to give another shout out to our good buddy Haas, aka Thomas Tastes Better on Instagram. For the
check out his YouTube too for Dungeon Witch.
Yes, Dungeon Witch. I checked it out. It sounds pretty cool.
Yeah,
has cool little voice clips in there, and I was like, oh, that's a little creepy, and I love it. It's good stuff.
I think the dude speaking was the dude from Mr. Leahy from Trailer Park Boys.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I've only watched. I feel like I've only seen the Trailer Park Boys movie, like the first one. I've never actually seen the show.
Mr. Leahy was like the manager or whatever. He was the old bald guy.
Yeah. I don't remember that. I just remember thinking...
He's dead now.
I just remember thinking, I want to be where that dude is, where he's just walking around all day with a glass of whiskey. I just want to be that. That's where I want to be. Just walking around in a t-shirt, buddy. Glass of whiskey, this is me. Just living. Just walking around in public, glass of whiskey.
Okay.
Delicious. Anyway... but yes, shout out to Haas, aka Thomas Tastes Better on Instagram, aka Dungeon Witch on YouTube, for use of our closing theme on the YouTube portion of the show. That is The Buddy's Good. Again, Thomas Tastes Better on Instagram, Dungeon Witch on YouTube. Thank you so much, Haas. And of course, a shout out to our good buddy, A Petty Theft. That is how it's pronounced. 2 P's at the beginning, 2 T's at the end. Petty Theft. I want to thank Petty Theft for the use of our closing theme on the podcast. That is, we are still calling it Sweet Anime Dreams. Thank you so much, Petty Theft. You can find Petty Theft on SoundCloud and on Twitter under @Petty-Theft.
As far as I know, you can still find him there.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Love ya. But yeah, I think that about does it. We're gonna break on out. Them dogs is borking, so it's time to close it down.
Yeah. God knows we're back in the studio if the dogs are borking.
Dogs is borking. We're gonna shut it on down, and so from all of us here, I think Roger's got one for us.
Oh God, I do.
Wow. I was hoping you'd forget what it was.
We're lucky, dude.
All right.
We're
from all of us
lucky to
here
have one of these.
At the Good Buddies universe, I am your good buddy, Brandon.
And I am your good buddy, Roger. Stimulation.
I hate it.
I hate it.